So hi everyone and welcome to Linus Nate TV here on YouTube. My name is Linus Nate. Do subscribe to the channel, like, share, and keep dropping your comments, and Darit will gladly do the reading for you. Just a quick update, a quick one from the camp of Thomas Partey. The former Arsenal man did make his debut yesterday when his new club Villareal lost 2-0 to Aston Villa in their preseason friendly ahead of the 2025-2026 Spanish La Liga. So Thomas Partey joined the Submarines on a 2-year deal after failing to come into new contract agreement with Arsenal following his 5-year stay with the Gunners. So it is quite unfortunate that Thomas Partey had to leave Arsenal on that note. So I mean, he left as a free agent. He joined Villareal on a 2-year deal from Arsenal. So ahead of the 2025-2026 season, Thomas Partey will now be featuring for the Submarines in the Spanish La Liga. We shouldn't forget that he has once played in the Spanish La Liga before. So when it comes to the experience-wise, he has it. He has all the qualities to be able to fit into this Villareal setup. But before the video ends, I'll give you 3 reasons why Thomas Partey's move to Villareal is good for him as a player and then for his career as well. So yesterday he was introduced in the 75th minute for Denis Suarez, and then he played close to almost 20 minutes in that game as well. So it was his first game for Villareal after making that move from Arsenal. We shouldn't forget that he joined Arsenal in the year 2020 on a 15 million euro deal on a 5-year contract. So from 2020 to 2025, Thomas Partey's contract ended in July, and so because of that, most people expected him to extend his contract with Arsenal, but it didn't happen. And then due to that, he had to leave England and then move to Spain, where he was previously before moving to England. So he has joined Villareal on a 2-year deal. Quite surprising news. Most people didn't even think that he was going to return to Spain. Some people were of the view that he might probably be heading towards Asia or the MLS, where he was going to probably make more money as perceived, but it didn't happen. He has still remained in Europe, and this time around with Villareal, who will be playing in the Champions League this season as well. So that is from the camp of Thomas Partey. So before the video ends, we'll show you some highlights from his performance as well for Villareal yesterday. So much will be expected from him when the Submarines kickstart their campaign in the 2025-2026 Spanish La Liga. So like I stated earlier, 3 reasons why personally I feel Thomas Partey will be a good fit for Villareal, and then probably will also put him on that pedestal that he has always wanted to be. I mean, the fact that he didn't move away from Europe and then he's still playing Europe makes it a very good decision for him as well. So first one that we'll be looking at has to do with experience-wise. When I say experience-wise, I am looking at the number of years he has played in the Spanish Liga, moving away from there and then playing for Arsenal for 5 years. He spent close to 9 seasons in the Spanish La Liga. 1 season with Mallorca on loan deal, and then another season 2 with Almeria as well. So initially he was signed by Atletico Madrid in 2013 when he moved from Ghana here, Temayut, to go and sign for Atletico Madrid. So he signed for the side, and then he was loaned out to Mallorca and then Almeria as well. So from 2013 to somewhere around 2020, he was playing for Atletico Madrid as a player, but then he went on loans at Almeria and then Mallorca as well. So when it comes to experience, that is what I'm talking about. So the Spanish terrain is no of a difference to him because he has been playing there for quite a number of years, close to a decade there before moving away to England, and now he has staged a return to a league that he is already familiar with. So when I'm talking about experience-wise, that is what I'm trying to explain. So he won't find it very difficult to adapt to the Spanish system because he has already played there before, and then he moved out, and then he is now returning to the league that he has played for close to a decade. So close to 7 years with Atletico Madrid before moving to Arsenal tells you the experience that he brings on board for this Villareal team as well. So the next one we are going to talk about has to do with language barrier. I mean, most people don't know that Thomas Partey speaks fluent Spanish, and so that is one quality that he has, aside the local dialect that he can speak, the Kubo, the Chi, and and then I think some small Hausa as well, and then the English too. He has also added the Spanish to it. So moving from Spain after close to a decade and then returning again means that he's not going to find it very difficult to adapt to the Villareal setup, because most it is a Spanish team, and then most of their interaction or most of the way they communicate will have to be in Spanish as well. So Thomas Partey returning to Villareal means that when it comes to language barrier, it's not going to find it very difficult to adapt as well. It has been one of the reasons why most players or most players find it very difficult to adapt to the system, especially when you come from West Africa and then you are moving to somewhere around Western or Eastern Europe where the cold or the weather is very much intense when it comes to the summer as well. So language barrier has been a problem for most players when they first sign or they first make their first appearance for the club as well. But this time around, I don't think it's going to be a problem for Thomas Partey because he speaks a lot of Spanish. He speaks fluent Spanish, and then playing in Spain too won't be a problem for him. So that is another point as well. The last point has to do with um, Villareal coming back to the European terrain as well. So quite after some seasons now, they've not been participating in the Champions League. So this time around, Villareal will be playing the Champions League, and I believe that is one reason why Thomas Partey considered before making that free move to Villareal as well. To be able to play in Europe is a key plus for any player as well, in the Champions League, in the Europa League, in the Europa Conference League as well. So Villareal will be playing the Champions League as well, and with the inclusion of Thomas Partey in the heart of midfield, I believe that it is going to be a huge addition for the side as well. And they believe in the experience, they believe in his technique, and then all what he can bring on board to help this Villareal team progress in Europe as well. So, these are three key highlights areas that I believe that Thomas Partey considered before signing for Villareal in the Spanish La Liga as well. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, share, and then keep dropping your comments as well. The highlights of Thomas Partey's performance yesterday for Villareal against Aston Villa, in which they lost 2-0 for looseness.